it's Junkman from VintageRock.com. NAMM Show 2015 in Anaheim, California. I'm with a living legend right here. This is Spencer Davis. How are you, Spencer?
I'm fine, John. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just, enjoying NAMM as most of us are,
Oh, yeah.
Catching up with the old chaps.
A lot. I saw Albert Lee, one of my favorite guitar players. Also visited Hammond organ, because Steve used to play Hammond organ in the band, but
Right.
Hammond now actually do a line of harmonicas. Plug, plug, plug. Oh, I got
There
one.
you go.
There, look at that.
To play us a little rip there? If you can open it.
I can open it.
It's like a medicine cabinet.
Yep, there you go.
So you're going to hook that thing up to a Leslie after that, and get that, sound right?
You can stick it through an amp, but you can put an overdrive pedal on it. People like Kim Wilson from the Thunderbirds. Great harmonica player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this is not a Hohner. This is a Suzuki, made in Japan.
Okay.
Like a lot of things made in Japan. So I've caught up with them, and if I got something else here, if I can find it.
Oh, he's got more goods.
Gotchas, but no noise this time. In here are all the patches of the Spencer Davis Group, and other Hammond patches as well.
Really?
Stick it
All
in.
those famous Steve Winwood
No vocals.
organ rip?
No vocals.
No, but all those famous organ riffs that Steve Winwood put out?
That's all in here.
Flashing back to that, 1964, 1965, how did you find Steve Winwood and get him in your band?
I had a gig in a club called the Golden Eagle, which is in the centre of Birmingham in the Midlands of England. And I didn't have a band. So, because they said, would I play the whole evening, as I got up and did an interval spot playing 12-string guitar, a Zamayatis guitar for that matter, and a harmonica. It's like a one-man band with two instruments. And the guy, the promoter, said, you come back next week and play the whole evening? I said, well, I'll have to get a band together for that. So, you network. You still network today. If your bass player can't make it, you say, well, got a sub for me or whatever. So I went to a pub in the northern suburbs of Birmingham. Somebody said, go and see the Muff Woody Jazz Band. And that was Muff Winwood, Melvin Winwood, and his younger brother, Steve Winwood. And they were doing more modern kind of jazz, not really out-and-out modern, but not Dixieland or traditional, like New Orleans. And sitting down at the piano was this young guy, played piano like Oscar Peterson and sang like Ray Charles.
He was only about 14, right?
16.
16.
And I said, I said, I want you in the band. He said, I don't have a driving license. I said, don't worry about that. That was his response. I said, I'll come and pick you up. And his brother said, I'll switch from guitar to bass. We live in the same house. I'll bring him. So I had the two brothers in the band, and I already worked with Pete York. So we went to the Golden Eagle on a Monday night. Started to attract a pretty good crowd there. This is like 63, probably. Yeah, it would be. I was still just coming out of university in Birmingham in the Midlands of England. And eventually, there was a line, round up the stairs, down the sidewalk, and the BBC, in their infinite wisdom, came along because there was something going on. They didn't film the band; they filmed the line outside. They didn't shoot what caused the line anyway. So if you ever see a BBC documentary and there's a line going inside, you'll know what was going on.
Now, did you know the minute you heard those riffs of like "Give Me Some Lovin' and Keep On Running" that they were going to be big hits?
Well, when we did Keep On Running, which is the first big hit, we had, minor stuff like we did John Lee Hooker's Dimples, got in the charts, lower end with that, and a couple of other songs. But when we recorded Keep On Running in Pi Studios in London, I believe it was, my wife was in the control booth, and when we laid the rhythm track down, only four of us, by the way, and no real overdubs or anything. When you had to bounce, only had four tracks. You bounce tracks, bass and drums on one, and open up something else. But my ex-wife was up in the control booth, and I could see her jumping up and down. And I thought, hello, we've done something here. So women should be A&R.
Exactly. Once they start dancing, you know it's going to be a hit.
Got it, yeah.
Now, fast forward a little bit. You're touring still to this day.
Yes, I will not lie down.
Well, that's a good thing. Tell us what you got to do that's different today than it was back in the day.
I've learned an extra chord. No, I don't do anything different. Just the songs have taken on a life of their own. They've ended up in movies, commercials, I got a call from one of my grandkids, of who I have 5 grandchildren, and one of the boy, a 16-year-old boy, called me up and said, "Grandpappy," he called me. He said, "Ariana Grande has covered your song." And I didn't say which song. I said, "Who?" You know, Ariana Grande is a kind of a Miley Cyrus, a young girl singer, like a teen pop idol queen, whatever.
Sure.
And she did give me some loving.
Did a bang up job, I would imagine, too.
It was a good job too. The check was nice as well.
Oh, well, there you go. So a check's a check, you know. So remember that, you know. Let them sing the classic songs. As long as the checks roll in, everything's groovy, right?
Oh yeah, I'm having fun.
So what else has been happening? What calls for 2015 for Spencer Davis?
Let's see. February the 15th, I take off back to London and start a 3-week German tour. I go back to Swansea, you know, my mother's old house, which I kept when she passed on. Kind of decompress there, and also my other set of equipment is there. So I'm flying the guitar and all that. Just
so you're following the road crew around.
Well, I use the plane as a tour bus.
Pretty much.
Pick up the guitar in Swansea and jump on a plane from Cardiff, not go back to Heathrow, and fly to Nuremberg and start the tour in Munich, and then finish up in Hamburg, fly back to Cardiff, drop the guitar off there, come back to LA, so I'll be out about a month. I'll go February the 15th to March the 15th. And then a pretty quick turnaround again. I've got something going on back here, I can't remember what it is. But then I got to go back, because I'm playing a festival in Vienna, near Wiener Neustadt, which is quite close to Vienna. That means I have to go back. So all February, March, April will be commuting back and forth between California and Europe. So pretty much same old, same old.
They could be part of it, like a big festival tour with a bunch of bands this summer.
The one in Vienna is a big one.
But I'm talking about like this summer. You're going to do another tour with a bunch of different bands or anything like that?
I did one of those at the end of September to the whole month of October, the whole month of November, beginning of December. I did 38 shows all up and down the UK.
Wow.
And
it's quite taxing in a couple of different ways.
yeah, but I made it. I mean, I did drive myself a couple of times. Then I decided against it after a while. I drove, picture a map of Britain, Leeds to Swansea. I mean, Leeds is Yorkshire, and you drive all the way down to the centre of Britain and kind of turn right when you get to Wales. It almost did me, the drive did me in. When you drive up and down, it's long, but going across is not so bad. Of course, the problem with traffic in Britain, I mean, it's like...
It's all on the other side of the road.
Well, it's that, but I compromised. I drove in the middle. It was much easier, you know, that way. But it's very difficult in Britain to get from point A to point A. You're in a traffic jam. So I left about 4 o'clock in the morning one morning from Leeds to try and beat the trucks up and down the spine of Britain, which is the M1, main motorway, first one ever over there. I thought I was being clever. It's a straight run, and I looked down the road, and then on my left-hand side, I could see this glow in the sky. I thought, hello, what's that? And as I came up on it, it was a car engulfed in flames. Wow. Whoever didn't get out of that car was definitely barbecue. And I thought, it won't be long before the emergency vehicles come up. But they came up on the other side, and I thought, oh my God, how are they going to get over here? You know, in the freeways here, they have a section you take away, and you come through the middle of it. So I saw 4 emergency. I saw the blue lights, and I thought, I just got out of here in time, because they would have closed that road off, and I'd have been stuck. But anyway, I made it back to Swansea.
Well, maybe that's where Steve Winwood got the name for the band Traffic from. Who knows? You know?
Well, actually, when he left the band, I always just say he's gone to play in the traffic.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go play in traffic, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Spencer, I appreciate you talking with us here at Vintage Rock. I'm glad you are still out doing your thing, man. It's been a long time. How many years now have you been in the music? Yeah, well, so have we. So, yeah, it must be up there.
Keep on running.
Yeah, keep on running, man. Keep it up. Again, Spencer Davis at NAMM 2015. VintageRock.com.
VintageRock.com. I know that one.
Absolutely. That's us.